Okay, let's talk about logarithms. In this video, we're going to be covering the basics of logarithms. This is going to be a series of 3 videos. The first one being this one. I'm going to be giving an introduction to logarithms. In the second video, we're going to be talking about the properties of logarithms. And in the third video, we're going to be talking about graphing logarithms. So logarithms are basically just a way of asking to what power do I raise one number in order to get this other number. So let's take an example here. We know that 2 cubed equals 8. So here the base is going to be 2, the exponent is going to be 3, and the result or the answer is going to be 8. So if we know the answer and the base but not the exponent, that's where we use a logarithm to solve for the exponent. So instead of asking what's 2 to the power of 3, logarithms are asking 2 to the power of what is going to give us 8. The logarithm solves for the exponent, not the answer. So the general structure of a logarithm is going to look something like this. Log base answer equals exponent. In this case of 2 to the power of 3 equals 8, that translated to log form is going to give us log base 2 of 8 equals 3. So pretty easy stuff. Just memorize the structure of a logarithm. Now, logarithms are basically the inverse of exponents, just like how addition is the opposite of subtraction or how multiplication is the opposite of division. Logarithms are what undo exponents. So for example, if I know that 3 squared equals 9, then I also know that log base 3 of 9 must equal the exponent, which is going to be 2. So the general formula for translating a regular exponential equation to a logarithmic equation would look something like this. B to the power of x equals y, so log base b of y equals x. How I like to remember it is that this is obviously going to be called the base, so it'd be log base of the base, and it should be apparent to you that logarithms solve for exponents, so obviously it's going to be equal to the exponent, and that leaves the answer to be placed right here after the base. Okay, now let's work through a simple example. Let's say that we have 10 to the power of x equals 1000, and we want to find x using logarithms. Now, using logarithms, we're going to write this as log base 10 of 1000 equals x. Now, since 10 raised to the power of 3 equals 1000, x is going to be equal to 3. And you can just plug this into your calculator. Okay, now let's try this one. Alright, see if you can solve this by yourself. Now we're asking 2 raised to what power gives us 16. So the answer is going to be 4, because 2 to the 4 equals 16. Therefore, x equals 16. And that's really all there is to the basics of logarithms. Now this was a pretty short and simple video. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the laws of logarithms, which is going to have a bunch of new information. So yeah, I hope this video helped you understand the basics of logarithms.